Whoever came up with the term free use needs to be castrated, never allowed to reproduce again, because what is this fuckery that I had to learn about against my will? A couple days ago, I'm in one of my college classes, and I pull up extremely early because I've mapped out the entire auditorium and deducted what the best seat to go in is. Above all the seats is a lone desk, overviewing the entire classroom, but there's one desk with a rolly chair that's really comfortable, and that is the perfect spot. I don't have to deal with anyone, I have an entire desk to myself, life is good. So I get there early, I get my seat, and I'm ready. Not ready to do work in that class, I have 3 missing assignments from another class that I'm gonna do in there, but that's besides the point. I am ready to be productive at something. And we're about half an hour into the class, I'm not paying much attention to the teacher, and somebody pulls up extremely late. This auditorium is big as fuck, so you can sit anywhere that you want. Even though there's a bunch of students really packed in there, there are plenty of seats in the front that you can take. This motherfucker pulls up late, grabs a chair, drags it all the way to the back, and sits right next to me. At this point, I'm getting a little pissed off, but I didn't want to be an asshole, so I just take a deep breath, I exhale, and I turn to see who's going to be sitting next to me. And it is this really, really feminine dude. I mean, I damn near thought it was a girl at a first glance. Long-ass hair, not the most manly build on the planet, you know, pretty fairly skinny. I think he had makeup on, I can't remember, and he was short as fuck. I mean, I am not tall at all. I'm only 5'11". I turned, this motherfucker is standing up and I'm sitting down and we're at eye level. I had to hold in a laugh because I was like, damn, I'm sitting next to an Oompa Loompa. But like I said, I didn't want to be an asshole, so I just turned around. I had like a little smirk on my face, but I'm able to play it off, and I'm just like this. I give him a nod, go back to my work, business as usual. Then, about 45 minutes to an hour goes by, and we're near the end of the class, and we have to discuss with people around us this poem about this nun. And I forgot her exact name, but she is a really badass, interesting nun. And we're basically talking about her views on prostitution and how women get shamed for being prostitutes. Keep in mind, this was way back in the day, like what, 1700s, 1800s, a really, really long time ago. She's talking about how prostitutes get shamed for being prostitutes, but nobody ever puts the blame on the men who pay for said women, and how we should hold both parties accountable. That was the entire discussion. And I didn't even know we were talking about anything because I had both my headphones in, but this dude is just staring at me until eventually he taps my shoulder, and I'm like, what? I don't say it like that, but it does come off a little bit ruder than I want. So I'm like, what? And he's like, we have to talk about this. And he just points at the big ass question on the board, and I'm like, oh, my bad, gang. My bad, bro. So we start talking, and once we get to that line where the nun is talking about prostitution, his eyes fucking light up. And he's like, yeah, I don't know how she would feel about me because I'm free use. When he says the word free use, I still don't know what this means. So naturally, I say, free use, what does that mean? He's like, oh, it just means that I'll let anybody use my boy pussy. What the fuck are we talking about anymore? Have we lost the plot? What does this have to do with the fucking nun? And when he says that, I'm just like, wow, yes, that is quite the indicative statement that you have protruded from your lips. I just start spouting bullshit so it looks like I care, and about 5 minutes of uncomfortable conversation later, I go back to doing my work. Why he would feel the need to tell me this bullshit, I don't know, and I still didn't know what the term meant fully, so I went home and I googled it, and I don't even know if he used the term correctly, because apparently free use is like when a couple has sex whenever.